Week strong. Friday afternoon, here are the five for the Lakers. We've got Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Finney Smith in at the three. And for Houston, Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson, then it's Dylan Brooks, and it's Green in at the one. Here's Doncic. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Here's James. Pass to Vanderbilt. Doncic with it. Vanderbilt, a screen on Green. And here's Doncic outside. And James gets it to go.
Off the catch, LeBron not lacking confidence or hesitating.
From the arc. And Green, good for three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And here's Doncic outside. James finds Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points. Tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability. Bully ball, LeBron has been doing that since he stepped into the league.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Now here's Green. Three-pointer. Again, Green missing. To the paint. Kicks it to Doncic. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Banked it in off the glass. James has got 6.
Fighting through contact, not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
And it's Green missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's Doncic. James against Thompson. James inside. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Doncic, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Vanderbilt, the pass to Doncic. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Vanderbilt, a screen on Brooks. 4 on the clock. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Eason. Offensive rebound. Pass to Finney Smith. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Now James with 1 on the clock. Drives to the hoop. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. That one on Şengün. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Şengün, the screen. On the attack, Green.
Wow, Green looks almost unstoppable out there, crashing through the defense and getting into his shot.
James, a screen on Brooks. Here's Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
The Lakers with the ball. After the basket by Houston. A nice shot by Doncic.
Doncic has it all, full package. Soft hands that time made the floater look easy.
Green for 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 8. Now Doncic. 10 points for him. And finished off by Hayes.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Rebounded by LeBron. Good if it goes. It's not going to go for him. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Jalen Green is out there with Amin Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Doncic against Brooks. Out to James. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 8. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
Here's James. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Hayes misses. Thompson against James. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Doncic outside. Oh, Luka with a deep one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Şengün, a screen on Doncic. Down low. Double clutches. Şengün, no good.
Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
Brooks against Doncic. Pass to James. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Kenny Smith, a screen. Here's James. And James throws it down.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Vanderbilt, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Eason. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well, and he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
No good on the shot. Eason with some nice D. Here's Şengün outside for Green. Eason, a screen on Doncic. Shoots from 14. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Doncic against Brooks. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Pass to Hayes. It's James on the wing. Doncic, a screen on Thompson. 5 on the clock. For 3, James. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Here's Green. Tipped. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. That one's good from James on the assist by Hayes. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead. And here's Green from the arc. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to James. LeBron on the go. And slam dunk by James.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Şengün, a screen on Doncic. Looking to win the run. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Lakers on top, up 10. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Connect. Alex Len is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard position. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And Landale gets it to go.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Reeves against VanVleet. Hachimura with a screen on VanVleet. Good drive by Reeves. Hachimura from long range. It's hauled in by Landale.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Los Angeles leading by 9. And here's Connect outside. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
Here's Van Vliet. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Here's Reeves.
Oh, my! I mean, just
went
hard on that one, B.A.
Ooh, and powered down. What a jam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And the basket by Hachimura.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
2 minutes remaining.
Rockets trail by 7.
2 minutes.
Here's Van Vliet. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
I mean, the motor this kid has is unmatched. Smith goes up with a purpose.
Here's Goodwin, guarded by Van Vliet. Hachimura with a screen on Van Vliet. And again, the Lakers, no good. Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Green, the pass to Van Vliet. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And that kind of contact isn't going to stop Van Vliet. Showing some muscle, finishing on the defense.
And how about the Fred Van Vliet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions. But think about it. One of the things they have in common in my mind, B.A., is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred Van Vliet in a nutshell.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by Houston, connects from downtown. Goodwin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Hachimura with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Goodwin. To the wing, right side. Here's Lynn. Off target from outside. Can't hit that one. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Dylan Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Alperon Şengün. Then it's Thompson, and it's Green in at point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And it's James with the jam.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
Outside, Green. Green to the rack. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. He's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Hayes against Şengün. Back to Eason. Out to Thompson. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
And here's Doncic outside. Can't get it to go. Shooting 6 for 12 from the field now. Thompson attacking. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. He can't get that one to fall.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
James can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 11. Stolen by Vanderbilt. James outside. Counted from distance. James has got 5 points in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Now here's Doncic. Offensive rebound. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Green. A deep three. James with the rebound.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And it's James with the jam.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Green against Doncic. Here's Şengün to win the cold spell. Outside Eason. Three-pointer off the mark. The Lakers lead by 16. And Doncic puts up a deep three. Brooks with the rebound.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game. Outside, Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Lakers.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for LeBron James.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Now here's Thompson. Green with the ball. Picked up by James. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. It's James on the wing. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth. James, outside. Right wing. Hayes for three. It's rebounded by Şengün. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Outside Eason. From downtown. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kelly.
by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. Murray is screen on Thompson. Here's LaVine.
Oh, mercy. That was downright dirty. LaVine. Yes, sir.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Now the concern tonight is the relentless nature of DeMar DeRozan. Coach said no matter what you throw at him, he finds his way to work around it. Sometimes it's with the shot, sometimes it's with the pass. Either way, he'll get you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
LaVine against Thompson. And LaVine with the slam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now Ellis, after Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. Sabonis' screen on Green. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Now here's Ellis, following the missed shot by Sabonis. Ellis kicks to Sabonis. Let's go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Like to see Sabonis shoot that ball just like that. A gorgeous stroke from the lefty.
Eason, a screen on Ellis. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. His three-pointers off the mark. Kings leading now by 5. And it's Ellis, top of the key. Kick out to LaVine. And stolen by Thompson. On the wing, Brooks. Green deciding where to go with it. Eason with a screen for Green. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Murray, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets.
Sacramento foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Green against Ellis. Right side, Green. Eason, the screen. To stop the drought. Out to Brooks. For the 3. Connects from three-point range. Brooks has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Rockets.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
Ellis against Green. For 3, LaVine. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
3 points.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
And DeRozan kicks to Ellis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Ellis has got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And here's LaVine following Jalen Green's 3. LaVine looking around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Thompson in the posts. DeRozan defending. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first three from the floor. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kick out to Levine. Shot clock at 6. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Murray, no good.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
1 quarter in the books, and it's... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Alperon Şengün. Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Thompson, and it's Green in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And once he gets going, Green is a load to stop. Long, athletic, with a terrific handle.
And Sacramento has possession.
Oh, man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Now, here's Green. He has 7. That doesn't go either for Green.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And dynamite his legs. And DeRozan detonates at the rim.
Şengün, no good. Kings leading now by 5. Ellis, left side. Thompson with the rebound.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Houston. Green with the ball. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
Now here's Thompson. Driving. Oh!
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Green against Ellis. On the wing, DeRozan. The 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And by no means a volume three-point shooter. DeRozan barely takes threes compared to most wings in the league.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Here's Levine following the basket by Jalen Green.
Yes, the hammer from Levine. That is an electric athlete.
The drive by Thompson and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And he makes that one. Green's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston.
Not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, You know he's feeling it.
Now here's Levine. He's got 11. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
DeRozan.
Watch out now. When DeRozan is moving like this towards the hoop, you're in for a show. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's DeRozan. Kick out to Levine. Sabonis' screen on Thompson. Levine inside the three-point line. Good D by Thompson. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond. That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Wow.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Green finds Eason. To the middle. And Şengün throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
On its way from DeRozan for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. DeRozan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Better to be lucky than good got that shot to fall.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Rockets lead by 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
27. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the floor for Sacramento, we've got Jay Crowder. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 slot.
Valanciunas has that grown man strength, fantastic at pushing through contact and finishing.
Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brett, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Another miss by Houston. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Kings shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. The Kings leading. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Valanciunas. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Valanciunas has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's where Jonas is going to do most of his damage. Down low, playing physical, knocking guys around.
It's tipped. Van Vliet wide open. Here's Landale. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Landale's got his first points of the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Good on the triple. Whitmore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Monk. 6 to shoot. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Van Vliet against Monk. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Monk against Van Vliet. Monk outside. And he converts the layup. Monk's got 6 here in this quarter.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Whitmore with it. Monk defending for the lead. Rebounded by Valanciunas. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Lyles kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Outside Crowder. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. It's good.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Monk against Van Vliet. And then Monk with the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Monk against Van Vliet. Valanciunas with a screen on Van Vliet. Monk, no one around him. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Shoots over Van Vliet. Landale grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Green gets it to go.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Valanciunas with a screen on Van Vliet. On the wing, Monk. Covered by Van Vliet. Valanciunas passes to Monk. Valanciunas with a screen on Van Vliet. He dialed that one up from long distance. Monk's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Kings. Out to Smith. Here's Landale. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Sacramento's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here's Monk. Crowder kicks to Lyles. Here's the 3. Shot by Crowder, no good. The Rockets trail. Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by Lyles.
Rockets foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket. And watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that 3-point line.
And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento. Here's Green and Ellis with the block. And they get it back. Eason finds Thompson. Second shot opportunity. And the dunk by Eason.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Out to Brooks. Shoots the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now a 3-point Houston lead.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made. And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own head.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Levine. Outside, Sabonis. Oh, good with the triple.
Oh, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Houston foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Now here's Ellis. The kick out to Sabonis. Murray sets a screen for Sabonis. Outside DeRozan. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brooks misses. DeRozan scanning the floor. Levine for 3. Oh, my! He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on Thompson.
Third team foul.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Ellis against Green. Locked up there for Şengün. Sabonis with the steal. And the Kings pushing it up now. Levine with it, picked up by Thompson. Levine against Thompson. There's the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Ellis. Out to DeRozan. The 3.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
They kick it out to Green. And Alfred Şengün gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
The Kings leading. Outside DeRozan. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. There's Sabonis. Yes!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
We've seen some great scorers come into the league, but Green looks elite. Both the physical gifts and that fearless approach.
Both free throws good from Green.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession lead.
Ellis against Green. Outside Levine. And stolen by Thompson. Green, the pass to Eason. Nails the triple.
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
Ellis surveying the D. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Thompson.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And here now the Kings. Sabonis' screen on Brooks. Levine can't hit. And now they foul and stop the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Thompson. Taking.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout, Kings. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open 3 in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that 3-point line.
To halt the run. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it.
From this guard matchup.
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now let's take a look at the Kings opening lineup. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. Vanderbilt, no good. And LaVine has got the ball here for the Kings. Pass to Sabonis. Back to LaVine. 6 to shoot. And Sabonis slams it in.
Love to see Sabonis get dominant like this. Defense has no chance to interfere.
Doncic outside. And Doncic hammers it home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's LaVine. Pass to DeRozan. Outside Murray. This one for 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for NBA. The Sacramento shoots especially freely, you are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Now here's LaVine. There's the drive to the right side. Here's Ellis, guarded by Doncic. Ellis passes to Murray. Puts up a 3. Fires in the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Doncic's shot is good.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
James against LaVine. Sabonis looking over the floor, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
And James gets it to go. James has got 5.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Here's Ellis. And another Sacramento 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Screen by James. And it's Doncic missing. Sacramento has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Ellis. He's marked by Finney-Smith to the inside. Here's Sabonis. Soft touch off the glass.
And this is what you love about Sabonis. It's his energy and passion for the game.
And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Here's James. There's the drive. And James throws it down.
He is just a bad man when he starts the drive. Once he gets that shoulder by the defender, well, it's over.
DeRozan, a screen on James. Takes a step back. And here's LaVine. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 5 to shoot. Picked by Sabonis. Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Hayes. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
32 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Doncic. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 8.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Kings trail by 5. Here's Ellis. And another miss by Sacramento. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. James with the ball. He has 7. Kicks it to Doncic. Got it off in time. And that's not going to go. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
We've got Jared Vanderbilt. James is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Hayes in at center. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Murray, no good. The Lakers lead by 5. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Murray, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Levine for 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. And the Lakers with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. James outside. Three-pointer. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a 3-point basket.
Levine against James. And Levine, throw it down.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
James with the ball, picked up by DeRozan. Now the Kings in transition. Here's Levine for 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers lead by 8, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Sabonis outside. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Now here's Murray. No points so far. Pass to Ellis. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Ooh, stolen by Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Ellis. Check by James. DeRozan outside. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Clock at 4. Here's Levine for 3. Knocks down the long J. Levine's got 5.
There's Levine showing out with that high-arcing jump shot from the corner.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Shot by Levine, no good.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to James. Back to Doncic. Screen by James. Let's go with a three. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. It's deflected. Now here's Sabonis. Pass to Murray. Fires the three. Murray connects from outside.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Fast break. Here we go. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LaVine, good. He has 7.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Elbow. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
James inside, defended by DeRozan. Pass to Doncic. Ellis with a rebound. Outside LaVine. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back after this word.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Taking a look at the Kings. Jay Crowder is out there with Malik Monk. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. Here's Lynn. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. And he lays it up and in. And the Lakers lead by 7.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Monk. Valanciunas with a screen on Reeves. Monk passes to Valanciunas. Over to the wing. Here he goes. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, just a strong finish. Dalton Connect, not to be denied.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons, and he added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing. And clearly, he needs no time to warm up.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Great D that time from Monk. Kings trail by 7. Lays it up and banks it in. Monk's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Here's Reeves. To the left side wing. And here's Connect outside. He buries it from 3.
That's a great job setting up Connect. Put him in a position to succeed, and that's key for a young player.
Right side Monk. Pass to LaRavia. From deep. And another Sacramento 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And so here's Sacramento, following the score by the Lakers. Monk for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Goodwin. Still no points. And here's Connect outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
A go-to shot for Connect. You know, he takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
Here's Goodwin. And it's all from three-point range. Kings trail by 10. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Reeves. Clock at 6. Hachimura from long range. Rebounded by Lyles.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's LaRavia. The drive. And that one is hammered home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
It's Monk on the wing. He's covered by Reeves. Monk passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And check out how in sync Valanciunas is with the ball handler. They've clearly practiced that move plenty of times.
Here's Reeves. Hachimura up top. Back to Reeves. Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so here's Sacramento, trailing by 4. Monk against Hachimura. Here's Lyles, over Reeves. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Lakers on top, up 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian. Finney-Smith. Then there's James. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at center, filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5. Here's Ellis. Outside Levine. Shot clock at 5. And Levine, throw it down.
He's just a ridiculous athlete. Like, for me, I enjoy watching Zach LaVine use that athleticism to the fullest.
Here's Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Ooh, poked away. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
James deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Now Levine. 4-3. That shot off.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Doncic with the bucket.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Ellis. Out to Sabonis. Launches it. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. On offense, here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run. Fires from deep. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And another miss by Sacramento. The Lakers lead by 12. And there's James from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
LeBron is being aggressive on offense. You got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Here's Levine. Battles for the finish. Zach Levine.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
How about the dunk off the drive? Doncic, terrific at navigating his way inside.
DeRozan outside from deep three-point range. Gets the 3 ball to go. DeRozan's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Hauled in by the Kings. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ellis. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
I love it when young players add elements to their game. If Murray can continue to pass like that, he'll be tough to slow down.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Lakers.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Luka Doncic.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Now here's DeRozan. From the arc. Vanderbilt pulls it in. They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, here's Doncic. Valanciunas with a rebound. Murray against James. And Doncic puts up a deep 3 offline. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A clean win and one where they clearly... Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Rich...
Then it's Brooks, and it's Green in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, they've got LeBron James. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. On the wing, Green, guarded by Doncic. To the paint. Pass to Eason. Just 4 to shoot. And the dunk by Eason.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
LeBron is screen on Brooks. The 3 for Doncic. The Rockets pull it in. It's Brooks on the wing, guarded by Doncic. And Şengün throws it down.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
The drive by Doncic. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a break for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's LeBron. Thompson with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now, here's Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance. I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Brooks with a screen on Doncic. Here's Şengün. Houston now working with the new shot clock. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Finney Smith passes to James.
2 minutes.
Doncic with a screen on Thompson. James, no good. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Green. The Rockets again can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Doncic with a screen for James. Driving inside. Good D by Thompson. The Rockets trail. There's Green with the 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Now here's Doncic. Still yet to score. Doncic with a screen on Thompson. James, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. And again, no good by the Lakers. Brooks against Doncic. And Brooks gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that does it for the first quarter. Houston on top, up by 6. 2. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Now here's James, and there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against James. Vanderbilt kicks to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Hayes. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hayes has got 6. Rockets leading by 4. Green inside. Guarded by Doncic.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
LeBron with a screen on Brooks. Doncic passes to LeBron. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Just a little extra on that one.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Jalen Green.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
On the wing, Doncic. Brooks covering. It's up a 3. LeBron, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. They lead by 4. Pass to Brooks. Locked up there for Şengün. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Finney-Smith. Vanderbilt the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. And it's Hayes in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Now here's Green. He's got 10. 1:57 left here in the second. And here's Doncic from the arc. Fast break. Doncic. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Now LeBron after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. On the wing, Doncic. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Doncic's always ready to let it fly once he catches it.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. Rockets trail by 5. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Now Hayes, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Thompson outside to stop the run, and Thompson throws it down.
Man, he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
LeBron is screen on Brooks. The three for Doncic. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kept alive. Pass to Brooks. Back to Şengün. Second chance shot. Clock is at 3. Green inside the three-point line. Again, the Rockets score. Doncic from deep three-point land. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Austin Reeves. Hachimura out there with Connect. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. And here is Los Angeles now. Following the miss by Jabari Smith. Reeves gets the bucket. Every year, Greg, we get a new... of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Reeves with it. Now Smith defending, and the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender, Smith, proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Doc Landale's checked in for Adams. And it's Van Fleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Hachimura grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 3. On the wing, Reeves. And there's the drive, and he uses the glass on the lane. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. So Green will go to the line. Alton Connect picks one up. Houston shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Reeves with it. Whitmore defending. That one goes. Counted. Reeves has got 9 points here in the second half. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. VanVleet with it. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from VanVleet.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his size.
Reeves outside. To the left wing. Hachimura setting the pick for Goodwin. Back to Reeves. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Reeves against VanVleet. Hachimura, no good. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And that one's good. Whitmore. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 14 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hachimura down low, working on Smith. Pocket 6, and Len has it in the corner. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can really energize and galvanize a team.
Here's Smith. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that.
Austin Reeves has been on display for the Los Angeles Lakers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Houston, Thompson is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Şengün throws it down.
Fighting to earn the second chance opportunity on the foul shot. This is exactly what coach wants from Şengün.
Doncic kicks to James. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Green against Doncic. Jacks up a three. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Houston ball.
Doncic against Green. Eason, a screen on Doncic. And the wide open shot from Green. Nailed from three-point land.
What a shot by Green. Maxed out his range on that one.
Doncic against Brooks. Screen by James. Doncic kicks to James. It's stolen by Eason. James against Thompson. Three-pointer. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it out to James. James with a powerful jam.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
And here's Green outside. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
James the pass to Doncic. Back to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Vanderbilt a screen on Thompson. James no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Thompson outside to take the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in this game. James in the post. He's covered by Eason. And good that time.
And you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Here's Green. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
It's as though Green always has more left in his tank. He digs deep and finds the bucket.
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Hayes. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. And Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Here's Doncic. He's with it. Vanderbilt finds James. Back to Vanderbilt. LeBron is screen on Eason. Vanderbilt misses. For Houston, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And it's Green with the jam.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Green against Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Luka Doncic.
Green's such a hard cover because he's always in attack mode, disruptive to the defense, and makes it hard to guard him.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Doncic with a screen on Thompson. James kicks to Hayes. A three-pointer, no good. And here are the Rockets. Back to Doncic. James a screen on Brooks. Doncic. And it's Hayes in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Brooks. Here we go. LeBron with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Thompson looking for an opening. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So the Houston starting five. Tari Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Thompson. And it's Green in at the 1. Here's Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Levine surveys the D. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Outside Levine. DeRozan outside. Going inside, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And when he's got momentum on his way to the basket, DeRozan is going to finish hard. No reason to take any chances there.
Now here's Green. Thompson with a screen. Three-pointer. And Jalen Green is good for 3.
Yeah, Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
And you look at the Kings, Brett. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it, BA?
Now here's Thompson.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
had the runway,
Oh, indeed.
and he let it rip. Nice. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Thompson against Levine. Inside. Here's DeRozan. Back to Levine. Sabonis with a screen on Thompson. Sabonis outside. It's hauled in by Houston. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. Kings trail by 7. Levine passes to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Six on the shot clock. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. Here's Şengün outside for Brooks.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Puts up a deep 3. Oh, it's blocked by Valanciunas.
How about that 7'6" wingspan of Valanciunas? That helps him erase the shot.
1:51 left to play in the first. Shot clock at 2. The shot misses.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Green for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Levine passes to DeRozan. Valanciunas. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Amazing. Man. And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
And it's Levine with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. It's a 5-point game. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. Ellis passes to Valanciunas, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Houston leading by 5. Now Green. He has 6. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. The deep 3 from Levine. That's tipped. DeRozan outside. Pass to Levine. Takes a 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Outside for Brooks. Thompson scanning the floor. Over DeRozan. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. 1 quarter in the books. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Houston leading by 4. Thompson outside. Into the lane. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Amen. I mean, he was just gone.
Thompson against Levine. Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. Levine passes to Valanciunas, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Levine for 3. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
It's so hard to move a mountain, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
Pass to Şengün. On the wing, Thompson. Off target with the 3. Kings trail by 3. DeRozan outside. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. DeRozan's got 5 points.
Yeah, out of the corner, DeRozan finding the open space on the floor.
Ellis. 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And it's Green missing. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Murray, no good.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
They get it again. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Outside Levine. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. DeRozan finds Levine. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
It's Eason with the jam.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
Houston shooting their 2nd free throw attempt on the night. Kings trail by 4. Pass to DeRozan. Oh, DeRozan sinks it through contact.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Thompson attack.
Throw down.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
Levine against Thompson. The three is up. Shot by Levine, no good. The Rockets lead by 4. Shots blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. On the wing, Levine. Brooks defending. Here's Levine, plenty of space. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. And Brooks with a basket on the assist from Eason.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. Levine way outside. Offensive board. 43 seconds left in the half. Ooh, the elevation from Levine.
So good at getting elevated. Levine rises up and hammers it down.
And that one's good. Green.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. And that doesn't go either for Levine.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
The three. Ellis's shot is off. Green, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him.
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time. And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be an exciting second half.
And so it's the Houston Rockets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Jabari Smith, Cam Whitmore out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Jock Landale, and it's Green in at the small forward position.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
On the wing, Crowder. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Landale. And so it's VanVleet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
First team foul.
Here's VanVleet. Shot from the inbound. And it's good on the lay-in. VanVleet's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, VanVleet likes to work up close and personal at the basket. Always ready to take it inside.
Monk against VanVleet. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Malik Monk for 3. Monk's got 5 now.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Here's Whitmore. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Kings trail by 5. When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP. That could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
Monk against Van Vliet. Sabonis with a screen on Van Vliet. Now here's Monk. Tight defense on him. He gets it in there. Monk's got 10 points here in the second half.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And it's Whitmore missing. Sacramento has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Crowder, the pass to Lyles. And here's Monk for the tie. Hits a three-pointer. He's got 13.
They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Smith outside. Takes the three. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Smith's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Monk. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Hey, I'd keep feeding him every trip. He's been on fire this quarter.
Outside Whitmore. Smith with a screen on Crowder. Here's Whitmore outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. For the lead. And it's Crowder missing. Houston in the lead. Here's Van Vliet. And the bucket is good. Van Vliet's got 6 here in the quarter.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And Green comes to help. To the wing on the left. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Sabonis with a screen on Van Vliet. Monk for 3. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Yeah, look at the strength from Van Vliet. Not the biggest, but wouldn't be denied.
Monk passes to Crowder. Back to Monk. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Van Vliet. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Yeah, what a touch on the shot from Van Vliet. Just easing it into the hoop.
Outside Monk. Takes it inside. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Van Vliet misses. Sacramento has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Van Vliet, the pass to Green. That three's off the mark. Outside Monk. Out to Sabonis. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. The Kings on top. They lead. We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. The lead is 2. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Malik Monk is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Good on the shot.
And Valanciunas has no problem showing up with that physical force and finishing through contact.
Monk against Green. Outside Eason. Back to Green. The 3 is up. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in the game. Hey, expanding his range. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Green against DeRozan. Green, the pass to Eason. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Monk. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson passes to Brooks. And he makes it. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Thompson against Levine. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
That free throw, no good.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one.
He missed a chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Monk against Green. And we're going to have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Thompson attacking.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
DeRozan right side. Back to Monk. They kick it out to Murray. No good again that time. The Rockets lead by 4. Here's Green. Six to shoot. Second chance effort. Terrific work from Green inside.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Murray, a screen on Thompson. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Levine passes to Monk.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Levine can't hit.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Murray from outside. Sacramento again missing. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Green. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds now. Valanciunas sets a screen. Here's Levine. And another miss by Sacramento.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Eason, the pass to Thompson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside Levine. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Green against Monk. Thompson, a screen on Monk. Here's Green. Oh, the teardrop falls in. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Murray, a screen on Thompson. Looking to get back on track. Levine can't hit. So Houston takes this one by a big margin.
End of the game.
Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this build
one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement,
which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron James is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Hayes. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Levine. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And LeBron throws it down.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Valanciunas with the ball, covered by Hayes. Levine feeling it out a bit. Back to Valanciunas. 4 on the clock. Lobs it up for Levine. And the jam by Levine.
The lob, the finish, just a textbook alley-oop. And Levine, his balance, his athleticism, it kind of pays off in these moments.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Here's Levine. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Levine, good.
This is how Levine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Doncic against Ellis. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. And Valanciunas kicks to Ellis. Pass to Murray. Levine, a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Murray driving the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And first step quickness that time for Murray.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Sacramento foul. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, James. DeRozan defending. And James throws it down.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
RJ last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's 101.
The Kings have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. James against Levine. Valanciunas sets a screen for Levine. Here he goes. Poked away, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And here's Doncic from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Again, the miss by the Kings.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
LeBron up top. He's guarded by Ellis. LeBron against Ellis. 5 on the clock. James with the bucket. He's got 6.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Now here's Levine. 11 points in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Valanciunas with a screen on James. Levine wide open. Can they get it? And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here's Doncic from the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Doncic, and it's LeBron in at the 2.
DeRozan challenging the defense inside, gets the board and the bucket.
The Kings shooting their first free throw tonight. The veteran DeMar DeRozan, RJ, a terrific player, a great scorer.
And he's been doing it for a long time. He has been the lead scorer since he picked up a basketball.
Now, here's Doncic. Screen by James. Doncic drops the hammer.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
DeRozan with a screen for Ellis. From outside the arc and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Here's Doncic. Sacramento able to drain the 3. Outside, James. DeRozan against Doncic. Vanderbilt trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Kings foul. Ellis. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Doncic finds Vanderbilt. Doncic looking it over. Lets a floater go. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Levine. With the drive. Six on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Count that bucket.
And that's demoralizing for the defense. They work hard for the whole shot clock, and then DeRozan ruins it.
They can't stop the run with that one.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Doncic passes to James. Back to Doncic. Kicks it out to James. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Now here's Ellis. Hasn't made one yet. And there it is for him. Ellis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
James. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Fires the 3. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist from Valanciunas. Now it's a 5-point Kings lead.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
James in the post. Ellis on him. Vanderbilt a screen on DeRozan. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Murray. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And DeRozan. Here we go. And finished off by DeRozan.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. On the wing, Levine. Finney Smith defending. Outside, Levine. Screened by Valanciunas. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Levine. From past the arc. And no good. And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Reeves against Monk. Here's Hachimura. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hachimura's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Los Angeles. Reeves against Monk. Pass to LaRavia. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
And RJ Malik Monk has evolved into an elite bench threat.
Has always had the game for that role. Letting him be that spark plug guy suits him perfectly. And when he's hot, he is as dangerous as anyone in this league.
Monk for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Kings leading now by 6. Here's LaRavia. Here's Sabonis. Goes back up. 1 for 3. Len grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Good one. This is the Len. On the wing, Reeves. Len sends a screen for Reeves. Hachimura with a screen on Monk. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. And Len has it in the corner. Drills it from outside. Now just a 1-point Kings lead. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can... Nice finish.
As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Things really clicking for them at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Sabonis' screen on Reed. Monk for 3. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-5 run here. Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Puts the move on, and it's good on the layup. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
It's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Sabonis' screen on Reed. Down low, deflects the pass. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Loving the energy right now here in the 3rd quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Monk kicks to Crowder. Banked in off the glass. Crowder's got his first basket of the night.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Reeves can't hit. Monk left side. Hits it from 3-point range. Oh, just a 2-point Laker lead. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Lakers. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's James. And it's Doncic in at the point. Ellis against Doncic. Outside, Levine. No good from outside. Lakers leading by 4. James absolutely owning the inside.
Just love the focus when he gets around the rim. How huge could those 2 points be?
And Levine throws it down.
cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with him, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
Murray has screen on James. Levine passes to Murray. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
James a screen on Ellis. Doncic against Ellis. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the strike.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And also, the mid-range game has been working as well. They've kept that as a big part of their game plan, and boy, are they being rewarded for it.
Here's James. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Valanciunas with a screen on James. Levine dishes to Valanciunas. Ellis outside. Kings moving the ball around. Murray sets a screen for Levine. To the paint. And it's Murray with the jam.
There's the slam from Murray. I love this aggressive approach inside by him.
Here's Doncic. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Doncic. James a screen on Ellis. Pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sacramento ball.
The Kings trail by 7. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
There are guys that can take that shot, and there are guys that can make that shot. DeRozan loves having the ball in these big moments because he understands how to deliver.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And here's Valanciunas. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Outside DeRozan. 1:19 left to play in the final quarter. And the dunk by DeRozan.
DeRozan making his presence felt at the rim.
James finds Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. Yes!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Outside, Levine. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct. Answering the call. Zach LaVine, he wants the ball late. He wants to be the go-to guy.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Hayes kicks to James. Doncic with a screen for LeBron. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 7. Got a piece of it. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray.
LeBron James for 3.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was... All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and